And hi everybody, and welcome to a brand new summerific episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your host, the man who finally retired, even though I faked my retirement at WrestleMania, but now I'm back to retire again, maybe. Who knows? Carl Charles.
Mm-hmm. And the man who came out to Guile's theme song, CY Chong.
And today we are here. Normally we'd have done this in 2 episodes, but just doing one. We are reviewing WWE.
Yeah. Well, because as so when I'm watching it on the tier that I'm watching it on Netflix, I've got like massive 4-minute chunks of adverts, and then in between that they do the summer. What's it called with the photos of the past
SummerSlam
events and stuff like that.
Snapshots or whatever, yeah.
Eating up so much time.
Which.
And I'm like, so just to test her, just to see if we can we cram actually 2 nights in one go, because of all that extra stuff. If you take about the additional time formatting stuff, will we actually get it in one, or do we go back to 2?
Yeah,
we'll find out.
We'll see. SummerSlam 2026 in Minnesota, was it Minneapolis, Minnesota? That's the one. I keep
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yes, in some stadium. Oh no. Yeah. So,
it's some stadium somewhere.
Before we get into this 12-match 2-night event.
Not any in particular, but I've got thoughts going through it as how the card was set up and certain things, and I was like, oh, okay, if this means that, that means that, because of the positioning. But no thoughts going. Actually, no, I've got one thought. Yeah, the match I was most excited for, not saying excited for, the most anticipated match of the entire SummerSlam 2-card event for me was Gunther versus Nick Aldis.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was watching the Chris Van Vliet interview with Nick Aldis, and the bit where he started getting teary on it, and he's like, yeah, because this is my one chance, and I'm like, oh, Nick Aldis, that gives me something to bite on, right? Whereas everything else, I don't want to say is generical. It's just like there's not. I'm not watching it with any draw, in there. I'm just watching the event happen, especially I say Seth Roman, and I'm like, this is what they wanted at WrestleMania, so they're gonna have it here. Whether we want it or not, or we've seen it like a million other times, or whatever, they're like, oh, okay,
All right, fair enough. All right.
Yeah. What are your pre-match thoughts?
I don't really have much, because like, to be honest, I ain't got this SummerSlam. I ain't really got much to complain about. So, yeah, like it was cool seeing all this Gunther, but
fair enough.
Like the main thing I wanted to see, I was like, it's cool that he's finally gets his little shine on the big stage. And,
Okay. All right. First match on the night 1, we'll say. Okay. Then we'll go to night 2. We'll say night 2. Night 1, Raw Women's title match: Io Sky versus champion Liv Morgan. I was actually very surprised by this match. Not that they had the match, but the quality of it. I was like, oh, it was really for an opener as well. I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah. Also didn't mind that Raquel and
kind of
Roxanne interfered, because I was like, oh, it's typical heel. And this is coming up the end of the match. No, Liv still had another half of the match to go.
When they came in, I was like, oh, this is going to finish. And then, like you said, didn't really play that much of a factor into the ending. So I was like, okay. Which was good, because I was like, Liv won clean enough for a heel that you're like, okay, fine. And Io can take a loss. It's not really gonna hurt her push, because she's Io.
Who cares? Some of these people get pushed like a mini push up to that point, and then just get no push. You know what I mean? So, and it's not as if they were like, yo, she's gonna be our headline main event talent that we're gonna Jade Cargill to the moon. So a little loss to Liv Morgan is not going to damage her, especially since we know between the two of them who's going to get pushed. Person with the 100-day title reign with no defenses.
150 days what it was. Yeah, no defenses. Yeah.
Liv Morgan.
Hey,
Yeah, or whatever it is. But yeah. Like if they won the title, look, if they have kept the title on her for that long, with no defenses, then clearly they have plans. Unless of course she's injured, but then they could have just taken the title away. Now they probably didn't want two people like with Rhea Ripley two champions that didn't have that had to give up the title from an injury, whatever, at the same time. So and Liv is doing good work. I enjoy the character since she changed to being Dom's.
Yeah,
it's not Mammy. Dom's her pappy.
To him. Yeah.
Yeah. The side chick that turned into the main chick. And then Dom's harem of the Judgment Day girls.
There's more women in it, man.
Yeah. But I have to say as well, I don't recall Raquel and Roxanne being thrown out of the match by the referee. Yeah. They just seem to disintegrate.
I think Io like disposed of them and then he just like snapped away.
Oh yeah. I think she moonsaulted on them. Yeah.
The match carried on, which was crazy.
Yeah. You would have thought they would have shown them all like if the referee threw them out, fine. If they kind of scarpered out after getting hit the moonsault, also fine. But no, just the Ben Riley genes.
I don't know, I think they didn't want to make too much of a thing about it, I guess, isn't it? So it is. Yeah, especially since probably like most fans and like me and you, they're savvy. They're thinking, okay, now that these two are out or coming out, the end's coming soon. But no. I did like as well that when Liv first caught Io with an Oblivion, she tried to what it looked like is that she tried to somersault out of it, but she didn't completely flip. Oh no, she actually caught it on her head as well, which then led to the lung blower and then the second one. I'm like, it's fine. You took two finishes to get to take a pin, which nowadays is probably something that is infrequent because most people they like to spam finishes nowadays. Those finishes don't mean anything anymore. There to be there at this point. I mean, it's nothing amazing or anything. They're just there to like, hey.
But yes, the match itself really, really good. I would say one of the better matches on this entire pay-per-view. Very worth watching. I would have thought as well, being a title match, why wouldn't it lower down the card? Further, in the mix. But as an opener, it's really, really
kind
good.
of makes sense. Put there. Yes.
I think it got people in the mood as well.
Because you got to follow. If it was somewhere else, you got to follow this and so it's kind of good. Like you get a world title match. Out of the gate. Like back in the day when.
Yeah. If it was me, I'd probably organise the card with the 6 women tag match first as the opener, but that's something else.
I don't know. Because of what happens in it, I think you can't really have the beginning.
Fair enough. But did you? Okay. That's also fair. And I think also that needs to follow the match before it as well to make more sense. But did you expect Liv to come out there with the championship belt?
Hello. Wait.
Hello? Was that you or me?
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know.
Hello? You right?
Apparently it says I don't have internet, but I'm talking to you, so I'm confused. 1 second.
You don't have internet? Okay.
I don't have internet.
That's probably alright.
1 second. Why is it doing this? Give me a sec. Okay, now I have internet. Okay. Make that make sense.
Do you need to switch your VPN off?
I switched off before because I thought I was giving me kind of a bit of a lag, but then when I switched it off, it said no internet. Now I switched it back on. Now I have internet, so I don't know. I'll just carry on.
Okay, shall I just pick up where? Shall I just clap? Yeah. I'll clap. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did you expect Liv to come out with the title in hand, or did you think there was, if she was retaining, there'd be more with a certain amount of shady shenanigans?
Say it again.
Did you expect Liv to keep the title, or did you think
I
that
feel
she
like
was
she's
going
going
to
to keep it because, like, it's going to sound weird. Does EO really need it right now? You know. And then, if anything, she would have probably lost it to her later on. So it's like, okay,
that is
you know. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, and EO winning Queen of the Ring doesn't really actually matter in the context. Oh, as long as the winner gets the title shot, that's fine by me.
Which they did, which, you know. And, like, it would have been really weird if she did. I don't know.
And you can't...
Thing.
I don't think... Yeah, you don't need everyone who wins the tournaments or, like, the Royal Rumble to be... to win the championship.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Gunther versus Nick Aldis.
Wait, you're missing them. You're
What
missing
did you
a
think of
match,
this
right?
match?
Yeah, it was the LA Night.
Am I missing a match? I don't think so.
Then, yeah.
Oh, I am missing a match. I must have blanked out of my own head. No. Okay, yes, you're right. So, Bloodline versus Bloodline, which is Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Jacob Fatu versus Rose Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is a he's a joker now. It seems
he is funny, Solo Sikoa, which is getting over, which I like.
He's showing so much more personality now.
Big time. Like, because
this was.
I was going to say, like, I heard that
go on, you
apparently
go.
this face turn for Solo wasn't meant to be long, but I think they've pivoted because of people like it. So, anyway.
Yeah. Well.
She's cool.
Yeah. I think at some point he's gonna. They're trying to get everyone back into the bloodline, so maybe they're gonna make a massive bloodline unit. I don't know. Who knows what's gonna happen when they reach WrestleMania 43, Saudi Mania, as some people call it, with enough money to pull The Rock out of retirement and back on his I'm not saying by that. I'm not holding out for Roman Reigns versus The Rock. I'm just saying that's where they're trying to go. So he would have to get back on his gym training.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The magic juice, yeah.
So the unconfirmed magic juice, because we don't know. Yeah. So the match itself. It was alright.
Yes.
If this was the opener, I'd have been fine with it as well.
This and the Liv match, you could have swapped around. Yeah, because like I think we said before, like you need a sort of like a hype match to go first, where like a six-man tag sort of works, because anything sort of goes, and like, oh wow, this is stimulation overload.
Yeah. And LA Knight's got enough popularity to carry the cheers through that match. The crowd interactive entertainment.
But yeah, it was a decent match.
It was a decent second match as well.
It was.
You got to do, the people got to do the spots they're meant to do. People looked good, like Rose Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs doing his stuff, and I did like at the end as well when the Eustace was going to do the 1D, and then Solo Sikoa grabbed the Jimmy from the side and gave him the Simone Spike, and then
where is he?
And then
where's
James
he go?
Like, where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, that was. I like his finish was good. Yes,
I like the sell of the BFT
like
as well that time.
Over. Yeah.
He looked like he got spiked on his head. Good. Yeah. I always say I don't think the BFT is the most spectacular finishing move around. But then when you get moves like the people's elbows,
it's the thing with the BFT, right? It depends who takes it, makes it look good. It's kind of like the stunner, because like if they just fall flat on their stomach and he does it, it's like okay. But they do like what Jimmy or other people do, not Jimmy J, where they literally like handspring onto they like land on their hands and they flip over onto their back. Well, it looks pretty good. But
it's like when we say as well, like the Rainmaker, for example.
Who takes it?
Depending on who's taking it. I'm not saying everyone needs to flip on their head or do a rotation or somersault, but But when you're Bad Luck Fale taking it, it looks unspectacular.
Kenny makes it look good. Shibata made it look good accidentally because he had a brain bleed.
Like no, but Shibata takes it in a way that you as the audience member feel the impact as well.
And it falls backwards rather than just like.
Now he takes it on his head because he's trying to break his neck, just like Kota Ibushi. But
there was another spot I liked in this, which is like two spots, like when Solo called for his own rewind of the Eat. He did that. I was like, okay, that's quite. That was funny.
Yeah.
And then the running power, the power slam over the barrier. Where Keys gave, was it Jacob or Jimmy? No, Jacob he gave it to. Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
No, it was Jacob. It was Jacob.
Yeah, because that was at the finish, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because I like that they set it up as well because they set it up before because Royce Keys power slammed did a power slam reversal on one of the guys, and then and then when Jacob went to run on him in the outside, he flipped it over, and I was like, oof. Yeah. It's a tight area to do that as well, but it looked like it was safe as much as you can go.
There was no worry that someone's gonna land on their head because how they kind of did it, but it still how was slamming someone into the abyss, not knowing what's coming next is a bit. Ooh, all right.
Yeah. Not only that, they got like you said, the barricade is a certain height. They got to go over it and make sure they so it's more like something like is it? How do you catch it? Like a crossbody over it, or in the ring, there's nothing to stop. There's nothing to stop your momentum to turn. So it's easy.
But
So when they did it, it was clunky looking, but with the obstruction there, how else can you do it? There's no way you can do it smooth.
But besides that, man, it's a decent match.
Yeah. Do you think this is going to be
overall a decent little match?
Go on.
Little match, decent match.
Yeah. Do you think this as well, now that LA Knight has pinned a former world champion, that they're going to go into their own feud to get LA Knight pushed to the main event, more of the upper main event? Or do you think they're just going to leave him where he is, where he's like, okay, he can be up there when we want him, and then
I feel like he's still going to be sort of bloodline hunter, and they'll find a way to get him to have a match against Roman. I don't know if he won't beat Roman, but
Do you think they've given up on the Jey Uso experiment?
Yes and no. Because, they've got him as not a main event, but he's like low main event, if that makes sense now. So, that's really... Do you need him to do any more, to be fair? I like Jey Uso, but,
No, but... yeah, exactly. You are correct, but do you think they're going to use him as a gatekeeper to a certain level then?
Well, it's a certain level, maybe. Certain level, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. They can use him kind of like Damon Priest. Even though, again, I like Damon Priest as well. Where it's if we want someone to get a bit of notoriety, we'll have them beat them. We can say, they beat a former world champion. And it does.
Yeah. Like how we, like they always did to our boy
The Miz. Is that's really bad. In my rankings, The Miz is hiding both of them because he's been multi-intercontinental champion and all that. So he's got the bona fides. Even though he's kind of supreme mid card, but
look, what we'll say, exactly. But The Miz is bulletproof to a certain degree, only because he does not need to be protected as main event level talent. But then, and he can feud with lower card and just cut a promo and get himself back on as well. And I think that people associate him with a certain rank that he's only going to float with there, and he's not going to go too far down there.
It's okay. No. I know about that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're getting paid Miz money,
what can you do? What else? What more do you want?
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So back to the match that I skipped to the first time. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Now I have to say, while I was saying this is my most anticipated match, I was not expecting a spectacular or great match. I was expecting an upper, like Mike Sanders,
really?
an above average match.
don't know. I expected it to be like enjoyable because I remember all this in TNA and I thought it was alright.
Yeah.
I remember him in NWA, which was a lot better.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you know what? They're not gonna like drop him out or anything. So it's cool. And
no, yeah. But as far as match quality, I did not expect a huge deal because he hasn't been wrestling for 3 years. So ring rust or whatever, and if it got a bit clunky, I'd be like, I can let it slide. But I did enjoy what I saw. Nick Aldis is not the most spectacular wrestler either, nor is Gunther. But
you said
they worked out a pace and they told the story of the match that they
wrestler?
needed to. No. What I'm saying is, okay, Gunther doesn't bust out with spectacular things, right?
Yeah.
He's like an old
he
school
makes it look
wrestler.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. His stuff is impactful, but I'm not expecting to shoot star presses or dives outside and
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But what I can see is him chopping you to death. So, and like what he's saying is, everything that he does hit looks like it hurts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the most spectacular thing he probably does is the splash, right? But not as if he does the frog splash or anything like that.
Splash on top rope, yeah.
But no, I mean, like, not knocking Gunther's work because he takes his moves and he's like, I'm gonna make my match all around these, and he executes it perfectly. You know, it's like it's when you're in the ring with him, it's a fight.
Yeah,
even though it's not meant to be a fight.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so
I didn't see the finish coming, but I knew that would be the finish. You know.
Yeah, I was not expecting Aldous to win, but he got enough offense that you're like, oh, there's a decent amount of hope spots. But then you're like, why would they have a career killer get beat by a guy who's been out of the ring for 3 years and is going to go back to being the GM or whatever afterwards? There's no point. He can retire this guy and still be all right, you know.
It was all right. Like the outcome was obvious, but it was good to see. It was good to see. Yeah, like him in the ring.
But the outcome is one that made the most sense as well.
If he won, what does that do for Gunther? And what does it? And does Nick Aldis need to win, even if he has another match against anyone? It doesn't really matter if he won or lost this one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he had a good showing, by the way, as well while he was there. He didn't look rusty or anything like that. He matched Gunther on the same level of wrestling. I say technique, but you know that style.
And I liked it. I didn't like as well that he actually came out to an Oasis song, which I didn't know until I read about it. I was like, oh, okay. She doesn't want to know about Oasis. Alright.
Yeah. He got choked out. He got put in a sleeper hold. He had his hope spot that he nearly got into the King's Langley Cloverleaf.
That's where he's from. Yeah.
And then the thing is as well, I think what slightly hurt the match. People cheered for Nick Aldis regardless, but there's no setup for any signature moves. They don't know his finisher. They don't know none of that, so they don't know what moves he could have potentially done that might have finished the match, other than the moves that would look like they hit hard. Like if you do decapitation clothesline,
that could be a finish.
That looks like it might, you know.
Like he did the Michinoku driver because that used to be like one of his finishes in when he was in TNA. You know? So I popped for that. I was like, oh yeah, I remember he did that. Okay.
Yeah.
But
and I know the cloverleaf. But I'm like, yeah. Other than the I think that he tried to put Gunther in the cloverleaf before, on one in one of their scuffles. Like what else is there known? You know. Yeah, exactly. So Nick Aldis lost, but then he got his son and Mickey James. Oh, it's funny as well. Gunther goes out and talks back to Mickey James. No, I didn't expect her to get. Yeah, I did not expect her to get involved, like slap Gunther or anything like that, right? But I would have been surprised if she did do one, and then she took a chop from him. just for the jokes.
You know, it kind of sells like, oh, good thingy. Aldis might win, but like, okay, you don't want to sort of, because you know every match when that sort of happens, the good guy got to get his comeuppance because he gets fired up because like he's done something to my wife. Yeah, so I was kind of glad they didn't go for that. Obvious.
Yeah. So the other things people were expecting were like, because I was reading. So once, obviously they were gonna like once the oldest loses, he wasn't gonna win, right? He gets up, he gets his claps to the celebration or whatever, right? And then Drew McIntyre goes and gives him a claymore.
Well,
to set up his next feud.
I'm
kind of glad they did
because
go.
You can always set up for later. You know what I mean? Because you don't need to do it straight off of this. Because it's like, okay,
Yeah. And also, when Mickie James and Nick Aldis somewhere in the ring, it's like, at what point can you have Drew McIntyre come in and do a claymore? And then when they're going up the ramp, he's not going to claymore on the ramp because he's going to break his own back.
That's stupid. So but man, good on all this. Round of applause.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad this was like I say the third match of the card, but where it was because it wasn't going to be at the main event. In the middle of and it's not really set up to be an opener match because they had a bit more of an actual feud going in, right?
And I'm kind of glad
where it was made
they
sense.
did this on SummerSlam rather than like Saturday night main event or whatever. So payday.
Yeah. I say because Nick Aldis probably deserved the payday for sacrificing his career to be so he could just be like his wrestling career, so he could be a GM and take and get paid probably less than an active talent, like depending on who you are, because he might be getting paid more than the jobbers, right? Man. So good on him. The match after that was then the 6 women
tag match.
The 6 women tag match, which was the Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal
Screamo
Influence,
and
which
Nikki
I would
Bella
say,
and Fatal Influence. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I say it.
It was fine.
Right.
It was fine. It was just more there to get Fatal Influence over, and I did note that Brie.
Yeah.
I thought she was selling.
I thought she was selling as well, but when someone. It's not selling too much. It was like, no, this does seem weird because literally how she's doing certain things, she's like adjusting her body, like, oh no, she is injured. Good on her for.
Are you saying, by the way, Brie Bella was selling a bit too well, and you're like, well, that means she's not selling.
Even like again, I'm not going against her, but when like you could tell when someone's selling because sometimes they either overreact to it, but you can tell with her, you can see like the pain in her face, sort of be like, and like you always saw her, she'll do something, she'll like holding her shoulder, like, that's
and the other thing is they weren't working on her shoulder, so and if they were selling, if she was selling, they'd the Fatal Influence to be stomping on her shoulder as well, blah blah blah. Nice. But since none of that was happening, it was like. Well, to be fair as well, it wasn't a terrifically long match. So selling is like not out of place.
Why
would
like, you sell?
Okay.
Yeah, for a 7.
Where are we going here?
But I did. I enjoyed the
match. And she would have taken the pin as well. Yeah. If that was the case, So, because most of the times the setup is the person who's injured would take the pin. But anyways. This is the match to get, I say, the Fatal Influence over. Which of the ladies? I don't even know all their separate names. As in, one of them did a cannonball.
Yeah, that's the one who
I think Brie Bella.
That's what you're injured
with the steps behind.
Yeah, that's Linny Reed, I think.
And I think she, and she kind of. I think she was meant to hit Brie Bella into the steps, right? But I think I'm thinking the move of her backside hit the steps rather than when she did the cannonball, rather than hit Brie.
Poor lady.
Yeah. And then she got up and didn't even say it. Like, I got her good with my move. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I mean, you probably got most of her body with your body,
your back.
But your butt smacked. That you didn't get her head.
Well, it was like. Yeah. It was a decent match. Like I like the main one in Fatal Influence, JC Jane. I think she's pretty good. The one who won the match with her roaring uncle. I like that move. She's great.
Yeah, she. So this is why I'm saying I thought that this could have been the opener and would have still been fine. However, we've got to. Yeah. Okay, so Paige got pinned. Yeah, and they were going for the Nick Aldis after match reaction. The Bellas, they wanted all the clap as well and whatnot, right? I don't think they quite got it, but as soon as the match lingered on for a bit, like the after match was happening, and I was like, okay, I think we know where this is going.
Bang. But you know what, right? Like, you know why this sound really bad, right? You know why this is poor timing? So, obviously, when Nikki Bella came back, the Bellas came back, Nikki got injured. So that's why Paige took him for whatever. Yeah. And now I bet you the feud was going to be the Bellas against Paige, and then Paige can get someone to fight with her. And then now, Bree's injured, so it's like...
Yeah. Well, don't know how long she's going to be out for, but yes, it's funny.
Still go on.
The feud can still be. Look, man, if we teamed up with you, and each of us got injured. There's one common denominator, and that's you.
You're the jinx. Yeah, so that kind of got into the feud. Yeah. So I was like, oh, but
yeah. So Nikki, they turned on Paige, and Nikki. Well, I say they turned on Paige, but Nikki really turned on Paige because Brie couldn't do anything.
You know what's funny as well, right? when Nikki was being up, Paige was like, "You took my spot." I was like, "Not really." You gave it to her.
You gave it to her.
Exactly. Like,
but that's heel logic.
Like she broke your foot or whatever. You know, she did you a favor, really. So okay.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure your sister took the pin for them to lose the tag title. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. No. We as heels, we don't remember that.
Memory, so it was all your fault. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like when an argument explodes, and then all you remember is like you had to fight with your friend. You're like, no.
Yeah.
You don't remember that. You called your friend the name first. You cussed his mum or whatever. No. You remember you had a fight. He threw the first punch. Whatever.
Witnesses will tell you different, but you're still convinced that you were the right one. But all right, sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Which is probably what we're going to see somewhat during this feud, right? Okay. So SmackDown World Title match.
Yes.
Undisputed WWE title. Cody Rhodes versus champion CM Punk. Now, once this card, was not the main event, considering the stature of where Cody and CM Punk are, right? I knew something screwy was going to happen with the finish. I was like, this should have been probably night 2 main event if they were going to do it properly, right? And like I said about like me personally, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, they don't need to main event whatever, because I've seen that feud. They've recycled that feud for over 14 years. Boy, you just got to get over the breakup of the Shield,
they
please.
They recycled that feud for X amount of years, but they've only had like 3 matches, so. Well. I'd say they've had more than three. Not like one-on-one.
I'm sure they've had more than 3 matches between. Okay. Well, in either case, what I'm saying is, once this match was placed here, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Which makes sense. Yeah. Just because of the name value of both of those two alone. But I did like as well, they played the Street some part of the Street Fighter trailer. Then they had the Street Fighter Select screen, and then they played the Guile music for Cody Rhodes when he came out with his skull mask, which had the Guile hair as well. And I was like, okay, that's. And then it goes into the Cody Rhodes normal theme. Yeah. Now I was like, oh, why they use the Guile theme song? But I think they should have rocked up a bit, because then they could have linked it into Cody's as
theme
awesome
song,
as that all was, right? I was like, this is my head thinking, but Street Fighter comes to October, so why are you doing this now? You know, something sounds really weird. Like, it's got like
yep. And hopefully when that comes out, I mean, the Crossroads, as we know, doesn't finish nobody. So maybe he can come up with a new move and call it Sonic Boom.
They got paid Capcom for that.
Wait, come on! He had the Queen's crossbow when he was feuding with
and then they went back
Arrow
to
himself.
Dark Metal, it was after that. Then the thing with Jink.
This match was fine. For me, look, they had a nice setup. They're working body parts and stuff like that. But I was just waiting for the end.
Ended. Yeah.
Because I was like, Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed
the match itself was fine.
But I know what you mean.
But
you have because of who's in the match and because Knockout Wrestling or something, it has to have shenanigans to finish. Yeah.
So my hopes weren't particularly I say high on it, but more like along the lines of, what are they gonna do at the end? How are we gonna get to the non-finish? You know, even though, by the way, when I say a non-finish, it could have been a DQ, whatever, but it's just more along the lines of, it's who's gonna get, like, is there someone gonna interfere? What's got blah blah blah, and we see. I don't know if this was set up, by the way, for the next feud that Cody seems to be having, but there was a Cody cutter in the match, which CM Punk kicks out of. And then he does the Super Cody cutter, which CM Punk kicks out of, right? Then, towards the finish of the match, Randy Orton comes and gives Cody an RKO, which puts him down, and then he gets picked up for a GTS. I'm like, oh, are they going to say something about the cutter move being used as Cody's transitional stuff?
Nah.
Probably not, right? Probably not. They're not going to care. Because who's that guy who uses in NXT uses a top rope RKO as a finish?
He's in main wrestling. Javon Evans, the OG car. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Oh, funny enough as well. You notice that they allow other people to use more spectacular versions of the RKO as a finish, but they don't let CM Punk use the Pepsi plunge.
I think you know why I personally reason why I think why I don't do it. That move is so, like, to me, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I know, but it's like,
well, it's wrestling.
It's just all the setup for it's a bit like, okay, this is okay.
Would you pop if he just randomly bust out of it during a match somewhere? And I'm not talking about AEW where they can let him use.
No,
that.
I would. Like, I'll pop. Like when Kevin Owens did a couple of times did a packet power drive, I was like, oh snap! I popped for that, and like the brainbuster. Yeah, like the brainbuster.
Super safe version.
Like well, something saying, I'll pop for it. But then the Pepsi plunge, we're like, now I remember why this move is stupid. It's like it's too convoluted. Like, okay, why are you giving someone? How are you going to get him up to all that stuff mentally just makes no sense to me. But yeah, it's a good move, but it's just dumb.
Yeah. I think Punk kicked out maybe of. Did he kick out 2 Crossroads?
Second occasion, yeah.
At separate occasions, not one back to back, but yeah. And I was like, all right, well, the Crossroads is the new AA.
Multiple one go to get him out,
Yeah, I don't mind the chain of it, but then it's a bit silly to, if you've done one, why not just chain them all together at that point? And then how can you do your move 3 times for then it equals one finisher?
But the other thing, which another spot in this match I thought was hilarious, right? Which led to the finish, was when Cody went for the super Cody cutter again, and then Punk moved out of the way, and the referee, instead of taking it, he just kind of like got back elbowed instead. I was like, okay, that's funny, because no way Charles Robinson's gonna try and sully Cody cutter, because he's in his like 60s or whatever.
Yeah, I think at that point maybe there'll be like when the referee went down, I was like, okay, is this the time where we're gonna whoever's gonna interfere?
I thought that or Punk do a heel turn.
Or if you kick someone in the nuts to win a match, it's depending on your alignment. Maybe that is a heel turn, maybe that isn't.
It wouldn't be one for Punk, would it? Really? No, you think that?
Yeah. No, he would have been like, okay, you know what? I've hit this guy enough times, and he kicked out my finish. He's not getting in my submission, nut kick, and then a finish. It's still not gonna. And if that were to happen as well, it would be protecting Cody. So. It's just be like, oh yeah, I did a little bit of heel shenanigans while I was.
Plus, Cody kicked someone. One nephew, feud with someone recently. He kicked someone in the nuts, and he was still a good guy. So yeah, is what it is. Yeah, but overall, match was half an hour. It didn't really feel like half an hour, if I'm honest.
I thought it felt okay. You know what? This is one where I feel like I have to watch it again to give it a proper chance. Not like I'm just going to sit here timing it when I know whoever's going to come in. Yeah. But I did feel they started slow. But then they were working the legs, so then that does slow down the match as well. I think Cody was working Punk's legs because he put a figure 4 on. at one point,
Yeah, 'cause you
and
kept
then
going
Punk
for
was
the
working
Anaconda
Cody's
Vice,
arm. Was it?
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, okay.
yeah.
The Anaconda Vice. Where? In your opinion, what does that work? Is that a choke? Is that a
That's what
arm
all
wrench?
these years
You
I've
know?
been wondering at myself, like, what is it? Because it's kind of
Yeah.
it kind of looks like a choke, but for me, thinking back now, it's kind of like an arm wrench. Yeah,
That's what I always
Yeah.
like. So Punk
Yeah.
should work the shoulder and stuff like that, right? Yeah. Which would make sense to
Yeah.
me if he starts doing integurities
yeah,
to that. But then it's the other shoulder, isn't it? Anyways, whatever. I always
Yeah.
thought it was an arm wrench. People thought it was a choke, and it's like, okay.
Never
Well, we never
got-
got a definitive answer. But when I say
Yeah.
arm wrench, I mean like
Yeah.
like putting back your shoulder and stuff like that.
but not in a way that makes sense. Yeah. Put your
Yeah,
arm in a
yeah,
good position.
exactly. So,
But what was the other thing I was gonna say? That was it. Why is Punk diving from top rope onto announce tables at his tender age of 48? Yeah.
Because maybe
Yeah,
it's
it's
his
like-
final run, and he's like, you know what? Let's just get the big paydays and get myself in the I say the history books, but get myself as much money as I can, considering they're trying to cut people's contracts, TKO, to give them 50%, and we don't know who's been cut and who hasn't. The rumors are, and I don't know, I see rumors, but people saying like someone like The Miz just took half his pay and said, yeah, fine. Which I'm like, I don't know. But then again, when I see The Miz not wrestling around, he's like, maybe took half his pay and then half his his dates as well.
Well,
So
I
he
think
could have got
about
a
now, right,
deal, you know?
Quick about the Miz. I would probably, because he's probably made a lot from it anyway. Like, you know what? I've made it.
Yeah.
I'm not like hurt
Yeah.
for money, you know. And I'm probably do, like you said, winding down his
Yeah.
career at this
He-
point
he prob-
probably. So he was like, yeah, you know,
Hopefully-
I'll do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll
That's
spend more time at
his
home. Yeah. It's not like
Yeah.
what they did to Kofi and Creed, where they're like,
Yeah.
you two, right? You can still. It seems like they said you can still the
Yeah.
dates that you have. You can
Yeah.
still fulfill them. We just
Don't
give you
worry
half the
about
money
it
for
me,
it.
brother. Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we've got
literally,
other
yeah.
places we can go. Not to say, by the way, not to say
but-
the Miz can't go other places. People were like, I was really like, they were like, you know what? I would like to see the
Yeah,
Miz
that'd
try
be
to be in the
amazing.
G1. I'm like, you might be surprised
Yeah.
when the Miz has to do
then-
stuff. He can, you know.
If he was
I think
smart,
he can do stuff.
The Miz, right?
If you push
he
him
would
to
have
the corner.
trademarked the name Miz,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah.
owns it.
Yeah. Well, it's partially his name, so I don't know how much you can nickname.
Yeah, it's
use
insane,
it.
yeah.
Well, that depends, isn't it?
Because I would have done that years ago with him. But yeah,
But enough about
yeah.
I think they tried to do the same
Yeah,
deal
well,
with
we got-
Sheamus, and he was like,
Yeah,
"Forget the Intercontinental title, I'm out of here."
there you were. There you were.
Yeah, so all the money as well going to the TKO
Do
executives'
anything,
pockets who don't actually have to wrestle and beat up their buddies. They just sit down. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
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 Now I've been here for an hour. I've been sitting down in my chair for like an hour. I need a good bonus. Yeah. Yeah. And then all these guys in the wheelchairs with their knee surgeries and whatever. Screw them. Yeah. I can make money off their merch.
Yeah.
Forget them. You're like, these people need their money because
not
their
great.
quality of life later on is not going to be the greatest.
Anyways.
Anyways, that's us trying to protect. I say our boys, but you know what I mean. The unfairness of the workers
Corporate
versus the
stooges,
people
yeah.
sitting in the ivory towers and
Yeah.
yeah, to a certain degree, right? Anyways, yeah. So wait, you're saying you've found this match good up until wait? Did you think interference was
thought
going to happen,
something
or
was
did
gonna
you
happen.
just think?
Not what. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or more like who?
Because I thought it might have been someone else who appears later on the next day. But yeah, it's cool that.
Yeah. Because I do remember that when there was Cody Rhodes was the champion versus Obafemi on that Saturday night's main event. I think that's the one that
Yes.
Cena retired on. And I was like, why do you have the WWE champion versus the NXT champion? This is not gonna finish. You know, there's gonna be some screwy whatever. And it was. I think Drew come in and do a Claymore and
Let's
yeah.
see the Miz. He claimed Cody. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I thought
Yeah,
something
same.
like that was gonna happen here. Not necessarily a Claymore, but just someone someone's going to set up a next feud because one of these guys have to. This match. It needs to be. SummerSlam is actually decently high level, right? But if this was night 2, then I could see them going to a clean finish.
Yeah, you need that for night 2, innit? Yeah. All right, but decent.
All right. Okay. So that was fine. Like I said, I'll probably give it a rewatch myself just to see if my criticisms hold up to. If I enjoy the match for what it is, rather than not say what I expect of you, but rather than me just waiting for the end credits of a Marvel movie to get trolled.
I mean, like many of those end credits. Yeah.
Okay, so we get Obafemi versus Brock. And I always, because this was a Hell in the Cell match, I was kind of like, okay, fine, it's the main event. It makes sense because they got to set up the cage, blah 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 as well. So why are we going to have
put it back up
to set up the cage and then take this for then the other match to happen afterwards? So especially so as they're going through this match, and they start tearing up the ring.
Makes sense.
I was like,
yeah.
As far as this match went, I was entertained by it. I was like, partially, I was like, how much effort is Brock going to put in? And for Brock level of effort, he put it good.
Well, that's the thing with Brock, right? If it's someone who, like, we've noticed that he likes to work with, he'll make the most effort. When it's like sort of like mandated match for him to do, he's like, okay, I'll just phone it in. Yeah.
We say that as well because the first Roman Brock match was good, and then the others were
except for the last one afterwards. Well, last 2 days they had, like the ones in between were like 7
the one with the 7
F5s
when
he got the tractor and lifted up the ring and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I found that one funny. Like I found that
so
match,
you can tell like that's when he was like bothered. Yeah.
The one with the 7 F5s, he could not be bothered. The one where he threw the mic at Roman Reigns and Roman used the
that was awesome. Yeah.
that
was so nice. I forgot about that. And he just did it so nonchalantly. He's like, cool, like,
yeah.
Oh wow, Roman, you are Goku.
So and Brock is not clearly when he's wrestling with Dean Ambrose, he don't care. But when he wrestles with the smaller guys, he can throw about. That's what he does, and he likes to sell for them as well.
The match with him versus Daniel Bryan and him versus AJ, and like you could tell that he enjoyed those because he's like, he's just doing things I've seen doing years.
Yeah, and he gave enough good showings for Finn Balor as well. I mean, that match wasn't that long, but yeah. So I enjoyed the Brock Omos match.
That.
Most people probably didn't, but what do you expect from these people?
Enjoyed that, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So this one, when they had the WrestleMania match, which was 4 minutes something, I was like, But then when they had the Clash of Italy match, which was like basically 7 F5.
That one was okay because you knew it was kind of leading to something. So like, I can kind of accept it. Yeah,
but he destroyed his own. He's just multiple times he's destroyed his own finisher.
He's out the door. Yeah.
No, that's probably the reason.
Okay. So that was fine.
Mm-hmm. So this was a good, solid match. Quite entertaining because it's like, they have weapons, and then Brock gave Obafemi a good amount of offense, and then he had to get his return to make himself look good as well, and then he gave him a good couple of F5s, which then Obafemi kind of kicked out of, and then Zombie then did the Haitian raised from the dead or whatever it was. And then you got when Brock tore apart the ring, and he gave Obafemi a tombstone on the planks, and then he did the Undertaker tongue out and stuff like that, and the teabag as well.
I like that. But I knew I wasn't going to be finished, but I like that. I see what he did there. Because shout out to his match with Taker.
Yeah. And then when Obafemi gave Brock the fall from grace, did you expect Brock to hit the planks, or do you think? Because some people online was like, I think Brock was actually meant to go on take it on the planks, and I'm like, okay, Brock was selling for this guy, Brock probably was like, nah, that's a bit too.
I'll do everything else.
I want to save one.
And I do not want. That's
I'll take a suplex on the floor, on the padded floor, fine. He threw the steps over Femi as well. It's fine. but I take chair shots, fine. But
No.
look, when I nigga would planks,
Would you
that's
take
a
that,
step
though?
too far.
I mean, like, I was like, yeah, exactly.
Not
Like,
not from the
Tombstone,
powerbomb
obviously-
position, you know. Like not if you gave me like a mid-level, like where let's say the Mark Henry World's Strongest Slam, that kind of distance to the ground, I'd be like, okay, fine, I could probably take it on the wood.
Yeah,
But higher than that,
no, dude, that's,
you know?
especially like again, he's like 48, isn't he? 49. So yeah, like, dude,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm. If someone said to me, if they gave me a pedigree on the planks,
Yeah, that's short distance,
that's a short distance.
and you
to
can
drop,
sort of,
I'd
your
probably say
face
I
is
could
sort of
take-
protected because
yeah.
it's high up. You know what I mean? There's sort of ways around that,
Yeah.
but that no.
Depending on when
exactly.
you lets your arms
No.
go, by the way. Old school pedigree, you'd probably... yeah.
Even then, I think
Yeah, yeah.
if you do a cane, you know, your knee, like you take it on a knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you gauge it. You gauge it
Yeah.
as you go, because Jericho also does it. But as you're coming down, you probably think, "Oh, my face is gonna
Yeah.
get on the floor," so you're just gonna have
Yeah.
to break the fall with your knee and
But, hey,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Or if it's a Seth Rollins if it's a Seth
Yeah,
Rollins
you're fine.
pedigree where he just kind of lets you go,
Yeah.
that's a safe
But
one.
yeah, I was surprised. I thought he was going to take another. I thought he was
Okay.
going to fall from grace and then give another fall from grace. Not on the planes, like 2 in a row. But no, he just did it.
Do you think he was gonna try to pin him, or do you think he was just gonna hit him with the fourth grade,
Yeah,
pick
that's what
him
I
right
thought,
up, and
but I
just
was
give him
like-
straight another one?
Yeah.
2 in a row, yeah, but not
Yeah.
like with a
Well, that's
pinfall to
alright.
break it up.
It's still
Okay.
a very
Yeah.
decent match. Like, not decent. I enjoyed this match. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now following your logic,
Yeah.
by the way, he give him the pin, right? And then he can roll Brock back out and stand up
Yeah,
and
and then
put him back in the powerbomb position and go.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So I have to say,
yeah,
this is my logic, by the way. Doing a powerbomb Batista style, not necessarily sit down, but you know, Hogan has to do leg drop all the time, or some guys has to do the stun all the time,
yeah.
you're landing on your tailbone. Whereas if you do the Batista bomb, there's the illusion it's a set out,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
really
yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing a
yeah.
back roll.
boom, yeah,
Yeah, so then you're not smacking into your tailbone every single day. So either I think Obafemi
Yeah, he
should
should
do
stand
stand
up.
up.
or he should just stick. No, not the full.
yeah.
No, like he does that sort of power slam, choke slam thing. His spine buster choke
Yeah,
slam. That's like, if anything, he should do that to finish because that's pretty impressive because he gets some white high. So, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could do the variant where you sit down with it on
For
occasion
dramatic's sakes,
for
yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
Yes.
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking
Especially
longevity.
sees the future, as Brock says. Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe he'll do enough of those, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, at some point, I'm just gonna make a modification."
Yeah. But
But a fine main event, and Brock.
yeah.
So Obafemi celebrating afterwards,
Yeah.
and then Brock comes
this.
back and says, "Oh yeah, Minnesota, Minneapolis. This guy, Obafemi. He's I'm the past. This guy's the present.
Present. Yeah.
Clap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Mic out. Brock gone. And then I'm like, all right. So they're probably gonna get him back for WrestleMania payday, so he can lose the gun to get retired.
I think that ship's sailed now, man. Like, do we need it?
Yeah.
Unless Brock wants to do it, you know what I mean? But yeah.
No, we don't. Yeah, exactly. And knowing Brock, it might be the longest match you'll have. Not when he was not active Oscar days, like since his part-time run, which isn't a multi-man match as well. So, yeah. Because as we say, Gunther's offense is not spectacular. So chop.
How far can you go?
Powerbomb. You know, you can adjust it to the way Brock wrestles, where it's like not mostly down to your back, but you're selling chops and stuff like that. It's not gonna wind him at a certain point. It's not going at a certain speed.
Hey. Night one.
All right, so that was night one.
Yeah.
Decent, good to decent. Though I think the best match would probably be the women's match at the beginning, and the main event.
Actually,
And then for me, Gunther and Nicole
for
is
me
probably
it
number 3.
might be. I don't know. Main event, and then probably Punk
Yeah.
and Cody, because I actually did like that match. And then a draw between the women's war title and the Gunter Aldous match. But not saying that, like, again.
Okay.
But like,
so what? So when I say what's your top three, which I didn't, by the way, I didn't say what's your top three, but when I say what's your top three, you're like, you give me four.
In the same wheelhouse to me. But like, I would say like, if it was to quickly like say, night one of SummerSlam was better than night one of WrestleMania.
Night one of WrestleMania was what? Yeah. Well, night two was also better than
So
night one of WrestleMania. SummerSlam night two was better than night one of WrestleMania. SummerSlam night one was better than night one of WrestleMania, and WrestleMania night two was better than WrestleMania night one for this year. That was a one pay-per-view night one. I would say that people could have.
There's some good matches.
There were some good matches on it, but I was like, I think that the main event of that. Yes, Randy Orton was injured. Fine, that's not the issue. The issue is that you probably shouldn't have sent him out if he was injured. Then in that case, or got Pat McAfee to do the bumps and stuff like that. The whole problem with that was just getting him, Pat
McAfee involved in the whole feud. But
you know how you've got a certain level of speed, and then Randy Orton, other stats, has negative speed, and then he drained. No, he had such low speed level. He drained Cody's speed as well to get them try and get them back to zero, but they're still in the negatives.
Cool.
Yeah.
If
you got to be the fastest paced member of the roster at that time, and they had a match, night one match, main event with Randy Orton. Randy Orton was still sat their speed.
So night two starts.
Night two. Okay, Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, which not ended up being that. So Nick Aldis came out and said, I'm gonna add a participant to this match. Not that I really want to do it, but
no.
And then Gunter come. No, he didn't even say that, right? He said, I'm gonna add a participant to this match, and then Gunter came out, and he shook Nick Aldis' hand, and then people were like, "Wait, is this a heel turn? Did he get battered so much?"
I thought that. He's just like, you know what? I'm back to being, because he's restated, because he resigned, but then Triple H saying no, not resign. So he's like, you know what? I've got to go back to business. I can't have what happened, because look where he got us now. So it's like, you know what? Bygones be bygones.
Yeah, and it wasn't a handshake where bros kind of handshake to Gunter. Gunter was rubbing it in his face. I'm an active roster member. You're a punk that I just beat yesterday. And you can't do nothing about that. So Gunter walks to the ring all smug, and then Nick Aldis said, "But you know what, son? I never said it was going to be a triple threat match. This is going to be a 4-way match." And then music played, and I was like,
straight away, man. I was like,
music. I forgot. Like it fell out of my mind.
So,
But the Titantron went black, so I didn't. Because
I was thinking when it went black, I was like,
who it was as well.
Because it went black, then the music player, I was like, who have they signed recently? I was like, who? Coming back, I was like,
Yeah.
And then
man. Our boy Kevin Owens came out, and he came out like a house on fire, and I was like, oh, how's this Kevin Owens Gunter stuff?
But you didn't get a huge pop, which I like that. I was quite happy.
But
crazy.
But I feel like as well, I think Finn Balor and Sami Zayn got the short end of the stick, because either guys could have done with a main event level push against CM Punk, who would have given them enough offense to make them viable.
See, I was gonna say, sound weird, right? Sami Zayn, him not winning. Well, it's not a spoiler anyway. Sami Zayn not winning, this happened to him, feeds more into his story, which makes sense, right? But it's like, I was thinking, you can't really do Balor and Punk, because Balor, literally early this year, Punk beat Balor 3 times in a row. So it's like, you can't really.
Yep. And I did like, by the way, they said 10 years ago at this event, Finn Balor won the Universal title, and I was like, oh boy, 10 years ago.
A lot longer.
And then you really can so that this guy at that point was this high 10 years ago, and look where he is
now. To be
now.
fair to him, he's not a jobber. And like he is
No.
sometimes, is,
So,
but
no,
and it
sometimes
doesn't,
he is.
like, with Finn, because of his mystique and stuff like that, he's always, I'll say, like high mid card, but you can literally put him into like the main event scene, and he wouldn't feel weird. You know what I mean?
I think that depends on how much damage they did to him.
I think they've worked it
prior
up
to
because,
that.
like, how much damage have they really done to him? Like, since he came back. If that makes
Oh
sense.
no, I'm just saying you can't.
No,
I don't think
like,
you
give him
can
a few
straight
wins
put
and
him back
he
in
was
the main
fine,
event.
but
Yeah. You kind of.
Like,
Yeah, but it's not like to the level of the Miz, where even if the Miz got a couple of wins in the lead up to something,
yeah, but Finn
you'd
Balor
be
is
like,
too-
yeah, but Miz,
it's like it's two different things, you know.
yeah. Yeah. If Finn Balor won the Money in the Bank,
Yeah,
for
I can see
example,
him.
I'd be like, oh,
Yeah, I kinda see him.
Okay, I can
I
kind
can
of see that.
him, Finn Balor being more in the title picture
Yeah.
than Damian Priest. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
and Damian Priest being world champion.
At this
So you
point,
know what I mean?
maybe.
Like, so it's like, yeah. So
Yeah. What have they done
anyway,
with him
yeah.
either? But anyways, so Kevin Owens won, surprisingly, I say, because I'm like, he just came back. But then I was like, by elimination, yeah, Gunther can't feud with Punk because he's not gonna lose, right?
They lost to Punk the title top punch. Yeah, exactly.
Considering actually he lost to Punk before, but I don't think they're gonna
not this
feed him
soon
to Punk
anyway.
again or anything. I'm not saying, by the way, personally,
No,
I didn't
no,
have
it
a
makes
problem
sense.
Gunther
Yeah.
losing to Punk the first time
Yeah.
around, but you did, yeah. Oh, okay.
But like, I know what you mean.
But
I know what you mean. It's kind of too soon for him and Punk to go at it again. Yeah, even it was like a year ago. But yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And then it's like Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn maybe, yeah, but Kevin coming back, he could take the loss.
You can get lost or even
To
win.
Punk.
You know what I mean?
And then well,
I feel like
I don't know about that. I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying his chances of winning drastically go down, but I don't like Punk, Sammy, and Kevin Owens probably have the same level of, in my mind, the percentages that they would beat Punk, and that's on the lower end. Whereas probably Gunther would be on the high end, but they'd be like,
for me,
why
I
are you
think
going
it's lower
to do that?
because of what's happened already. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes. So this was a good showcase for Kevin Owens to come
Honors all
back
round.
and do. Yeah, and I was like, surprised that he came back and won, but I guess he may be maybe this is his last run as well. So they go down in your get your big paydays, you know, and get it done.
Because I thought Kevin Owens might have interfered in the Cody match from the night before. That's why I was like, oh, it could have been him, because it kind of makes sense, because that's one of the last people he feuded with before he went out. Yeah. So.
Yeah, especially when you could say it's a neck injury.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
how bomb that ladder.
If you want to retcon it,
if you want to retcon
it,
it,
he had like 2 matches after that. But
yeah.
But you could.
Yeah, but you could say you could argue that's what caused the damage, and then you exacerbated it during the other 2 matches. But yeah, when you run the root cause. But anyways, but I can see Kevin Owens and CM Punk having a good feud, and as I say, a B-level pay-per-view feud, because unless they're going to run it till Survivor Series.
Yeah. And I'd like to see how it goes, because I've always felt like him and Punk and Kevin Owens have had like personal animosity against each other because of, the whole T-shirt thing in Ring of Honor and Kevin Owens being good friends with the Bucks and all that. So yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah. You know what? Most of the time, I say most of the time, but people people can work together really well and not like each other. And I say that for Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, but they kind of just decided they weren't going to work with each other at that point as well. How much working are you with some guy when you're both potatoing each other?
That's a different thing, but it'll be an interesting feud.
Yeah. Who was the more recent people that had like beef against each other, but still had a match and it was fine? I say more recent.
I want to say Becky and Charlotte.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were. I say they were
One
like
hurt
none of
each
the
other.
matches looked like
Yeah.
they were. Oh, yeah. And we
Charlotte.
remember Tiffany
Yeah.
and Charlotte having a bit of a. I say that their beef, but as far as that translated to the match, it made
Yeah,
the match
which was
look
good, yeah.
like a scrap, which was good because it's like they weren't being corrupt.
Yeah.
If it looks sloppy, it's because they weren't being cooperative. But as far as their personal beef, they wouldn't be cooperative with each other on that certain level as well. But they've been professional enough to. So I think it accidentally not
it
looking
made,
good.
It made the match better.
The match.
Yeah. No, it's the other way
which is
around.
not usually what happens, but yeah.
So yeah, good match. Kevin Owens, hooray! Next match, the returning Baron Corbin, or what's he used to be called, Bishop Dial, which I think is a better name, but anyway, versus the United States champion Trick Williams with Little Yachty. I didn't see this match going the way it did. It was a fine match.
It was a fine match. And like you said, I did not expect Baron Corbin to win, but at the same time,
makes sense.
I was like, you know what?
Yeah, why would you bring him back for him?
Why not? You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We say that.
Right? But there are times where
stupid things. So yeah, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, it was like when he won, I wouldn't say I was surprised,
like, good,
but
man.
I was like more happy for him. I was like,
me personally, right? I think he deserves it because of how they treated him the first time he was there. Like he started all good off NXT, and then they kind of
I think
used him when fans were angry at WWE. They'll use him as the shield, like when he was Constable, and then WWE was doing really bad, and he brought him out. I was like, it's all his fault. Like, wait, how's it? Wait, what? He's a character. You guys are writing this. How is it? Okay. Yeah.
Okay. It's true.
Oh.
What can you do? We do when the company is using an avatar of the spokesperson.
Oh, poor guy.
But and I was like, good for him. I say he left, right? But it was better because then that got him to hit the reset button when he came back.
Because he he was in MLW and all that stuff, doing great things.
And then TK probably said, "Oh, we could bring you back for half the money that you left for, right? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink."
But then with him, I feel like with him because he was. I remember when he first came to NXT and he said something. I was like, okay, that makes sense because he used to play for. He used to be an American football player, so he's made his money. He was like, I don't need. I didn't go to WWE. They came to me. I already got money. I was like,
no. What did he say?
Something like that, innit?
What did he say? Because he was feeding Samoa Joe at that time. And he said, okay, Baron Corbin. The line was, I called WWE and they what's it called? Told me to come in or whatever. They told me to be part of the company or whatever, right? They said I could come in and be part of the company. And then Samoa Joe's retort was, you called them. Yeah. They called me. Uh-huh. So
you're both right in a way. But
but yes, I'm glad they've given him the more serious NXT lone wolf persona he has. Now that he doesn't have hair as well, so Stone Cold Baron Corbin is fine by me. But I say that as well because even sorry to interrupt you, but when he shaved his head the first time, I think they decided to punish him for not having hair, which made no sense because but now he's got. I say more as long as he's booked more seriously. Then I don't have a problem. I want to say, like you say, he's got two good moves. I'm not saying he's the only two good moves he has, but I'm going to say also he's not the most exciting wrestler. However, he is. You can put him in that power wrestler category.
Because like the deep six, I love that move, deep six, and end of days just was like fun.
Yeah.
So,
he could be like a wrestling kind of a bully
That's
wrestler.
What he needed to be, but good for him.
Which is good for him,
Yeah,
same.
I
think he gets a good run. He could be. I want to say, I don't know what his ceiling is. Maybe they'll push him to a main event heel status, but they could do that. And I wouldn't think it's too far.
Yeah.
Corbin from his first
Yeah,
one,
the ceiling. Yeah.
I think he had a certain ceiling on him, and then they were like,
Yeah.
"This guy's a joke. We're gonna make him a joke, or whatever they're gonna do to him." Yeah. But yeah, when he left and he came back, and they treat him more seriously now.
Because I could see
good,
him.
Good. You know.
All right, it's gonna sound really weird. I could see him winning the B world title, whichever one it will be at the time, whoever has it, who had it before. Because you know, right now the world heavyweight title is the A title because Roman has it, and Punk's won. No, all right. Then at the moment they're equal. They're equal.
Look,
But you know, at some point they won't be again, right?
Yeah.
So whatever one's lower one, he will.
And they're only equal. Yeah. So, and not to dispute your point there, I would say they're relatively equal, but only because of the people feuding with it at the moment. So once Roman goes to his next feud, depending on who that is, and once CM Punk goes to his next feud with Kevin Owens,
We might see the swings change.
it then starts getting readjusted.
So we'll see.
Yeah. I could see, by the way, as well, Baron Corbin having a feud with either Punk or Roman. No, and I wouldn't think it's too far out of place.
We'll see.
Since the comeback anyway. But we'll see in 6 months' time,
if they
turn him into a jabroni or not.
We'll
see. Yeah. So, by the way, we've been praising Baron Corbin. We didn't say nothing about Trick.
Bad. Trick's fine, but
Trick's
I'm kind of glad
fine.
because you didn't want a Trick where, because you know he's over and everyone likes him. You don't want to keep him too. Don't want to shove him down people's throats too much. Like if he was like US champion for like forever, you know, the steam will start coming off people like Boo. So it's kind of like good to have him lose it and then go back on the chase. And he probably might not win it. And then this kind of like either elevate him or keep him having something interesting to do. So it's kind of a good thing that he.
Yeah. And I will say, I found the entire Gingerbread Man storyline with Sami Zayn.
That's what well. He's quite funny.
It's like it's when you're the comedic guy, but you're playing it straight. And you're not breaking character, like not breaking. You don't corpsing or anything like that. I was like, that's good on Trick, man. He's making it. He's like pantomime dramatics, but also keeping a straight face throughout the entire thing.
That's something like in the next 2 or 3 years, I can see Trick being world champion.
Well, he is a full world champion, right?
He is, isn't it? Yeah. Depending.
Well, depending on. Depending on. I always find I've said to you before, but you don't disagree. You don't agree. Sorry. I'm like through the TNA NXT feud. It was the TNA world title getting changed, and then they're like, oh yeah, these guys could win our NXT title when they get signed to our company, like Joe Hendry and Mike Santana, who's now called something else,
or Montana Cruz,
yeah. It's like, oh yeah. You can win our NXT title. When you sign from us, that's not a fair trade. Anyways,
but yeah,
is what it is. By the way, how would you think of your boy Evil?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, Hiromu's coming.
We'll see.
Supposedly. So.
We'll
Yeah. All right. Okay. Fine.
No,
we won't talk about stuff that's not to do with
now because like I thought he might have beat what's his face for the title, D'Angelo for the title, but he didn't. So like, what do you kind of do with him now? Unless he wins to North America, and I don't know.
Yeah, and D'Angelo's kind of like had five different contenders coming at him at one point. It was like, yeah. All right. Interim women's title match, ladder match for.
The interim women's world champion, the interim WWE champion,
the WWE title match, right? It's Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton versus Chelsea Green versus Charlotte and versus Lash Legend.
Yeah.
Personally, so people are upset that Julia got pinned in 2 minutes by Lash Legend, and I was like, I want Julia in the match as well. I think Lash Legend's getting a bit more of a push, right? But the problem is then you just don't have the two of them have their match anyways. Or if Julia was going to lose, there'd be a 15-minute match.
Some offense or whatever in it, right?
Like having a proper fight with a powerhouse, and be like, cause then you get her over as well. Losing in 2 minutes.
Especially like she was recently like US champion, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of a...
So not knocking Lash Legend on that, I'm knocking the booking. However, if for this interim title match, if they got if all the underdogs won their qualification match. All if the people that hadn't won the title before was in the managed to beat their opponents who were former champions, then you're like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a crowning moment for whoever. So let's just say we had someone like Chelsea Green's already in this, but a non-world champion. Candice LeRae and Meechin, aka Mia Yim. But then you got to think about this: how these people, Julia as well. How many of these people are going to get popped? So you know what I mean?
Cool like that. Cool.
Okay, going into this match, this was a fine match. The Power Ladies, which were Jade Cargill and Lash Legend, got to do their power stuff. And I don't put Charlotte in that power category only because some of the other women, I would say, are more of a similar build to her, and the other two ladies are bigger builds. So otherwise, she would be one of the more powerhouse built ladies in it. If, so, for example, someone like Kairi Sane and Liv Morgan was in this match, exactly. Well, depending on her opponent, right? She could fit in that. But I think Lash Legend got a good showing. She power bombed.
That one was disgusted. That was
Trick Tiffy onto the ladder.
Because she literally threw her up and just banged.
I was watching it. I was like, no. I don't think she threw her with any force damage. But it was cool. The ladder kind of.
It was obviously safe and everything, but it just looked safe but devastating. That was.
And then when she went to powerbomb Tiffany Stratton into the ladder on the corner, and Tiffany turned it to a Kurana, and Lashley kind of just I'll just do a lady trip over into the thing. Obviously she was gonna throw herself. She was not gonna throw herself full face into it, but I was like, she'd get kind of dainty there.
Smart way.
And something I found especially hilarious was at the beginning where Lash Legend, what'd she do? Did she throw Charlotte into the ladder? Yeah. The ladder that was standing.
Yeah.
She did something to one of the other ladies, and then she grabbed Chelsea Green and quote unquote choke slammed her into the ladder, but the ladder was still standing. I was like, no, you just picked her up and threw her on her feet. If it was a choke slam, that ladder needs to collapse on that side or whatever it was.
That's funny. She's like,
and Chelsea Green, to her credit, she sold it. But I'm like, no, that's not the time to sell it.
Guided you to your feet and you stepped backwards to a ladder. Yeah, well, okay. I get the point of it, but
yeah. Now, if it was different, if the ladder was leaning against the apron, and you got that, and as much as you can land on your feet on that as well, at least there is that slant that makes gives you the illusion of taking that choke slam. Yeah, and also that ladder didn't move as well, so it's either rooted to the spot, but then they started moving as well.
What force was there?
The gravity, the logistics didn't work.
You just grazed the ladder.
Yeah. But this was I wouldn't say it's a spot fest match, but Tiffany got to do her spots. And Chelsea Green is funny because when all the ladies were down and she started climbing the ladder and everyone was cheering for her, I was like, good on you, Chelsea, good on you. And then you see Meechin and B-Fab come out and I'm like,
I was like, I see what this is. I see. Like it was it added excitement to the match. Like, and it kind of built obviously more hurdles for whoever to win. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
I did like the finishes we're getting to as well, because then the other ladies set up the ladders on each side and started climbing while Chelsea Green was knocked out with her feet hooked on the middle ladder, right? And then they took it. The other ladies managed to take each other out. And then Chelsea Green somehow resurrected herself back from the dead and did a set up. So, and then she and she won it. And I was like, oh, good on you. Because I did not expect them to pull the trick on that. But then also, they did keep on making a note to say she's interim women's champion. I was like, so...
I can't get it.
Are we gonna legitimize her reign? Is it gonna be, illegitimate? How's it gonna? Yeah, they didn't say new women's champion, new interim women's champion.
They probably do that weird thing, when Tony Summerslam was interim, and then later on they retroactively said it was a title reign. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think that was different because then Thunder Rosa
Yeah,
was
so I think
injured
it
for
might. They
longer
probably
than
do
they
the
were
same
expecting.
with this, Yeah, for longer than they
What
think.
if Rhea's out for?
Yeah.
Yeah, or they could have, being
Yeah.
that they want to protect Rhea Ripley, they might do. She comes back and she they
Yeah.
unifies the titles or something like that. Because I don't see Chelsea Green beating
know.
Rhea Ripley, unless they're gonna say, "Oh, Rhea Ripley's come back from whatever injury,"
Yeah.
and they play up the injury, and then Chelsea Green can turn heel by
then
attacking that, which then
also-
would be like, okay, I don't get that either.
You never know. Chelsea Green could lose the title before she even gets to Rhea. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, it's
But I
Chelsea
didn't like
Green
back
after
to
all.
like the
you know?
finish. How normally with all ladder matches, right, where people take their sweet time up the ladder.
Yeah.
Like actually, literally just rose up and then ran up the ladder and then like went for the belt straight away rather than like
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend to like fumble
Yeah.
this because wrestling logic. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also like as well that
Yeah.
she didn't have to fight
No.
anyone else off the ladders.
It was gone.
She
Yeah.
like everyone else was
Opportunity,
gone, and she was like,
yeah.
"Oh, yeah, now's the time.
I like that,
Better
man.
get going."
Jackson, man. She deserves it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do wonder, like you're saying, is how long will this title reign be? And if she wins, I reckon it'll be like, them
Yeah.
quick pins
It'd be like
and that sort of thing.
just about she like pulled out the bag sort of thing rather than like Which I'm happy with.
Yeah. Whereas heel, if she was a heel, she'd get
Yeah.
booed for it. But as she's an underdog
okay.
face,
Yeah.
apparently it's
Yeah,
okay.
No, who doesn't? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on her, man.
But good on her for getting a world
Yeah.
title win.
All right.
Dominic
How much
versus
do you want to talk about?
Danhausen, which is
Human
the
money's on a pole
money's
match.
on a which I'm like, Vince Russo, are you booking this?
I think he's sorted WWE recently, so I think it's a jab at him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is a comedy match anyway, so don't. Yes, this match, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, but then I'm like, with all the mini houses getting choke slams by JD McDonough, who's not the tallest guy either. And I'm like, all right, fine.
I give respect to the commentary, but like he's finally he chokes him with someone he's finally taller and like good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they took it pretty well as well. I like the mini houses.
Yeah.
No, it's a comedy match. I can't say
it's not gonna be
I was not entertained by it.
five-star beat or anything.
Which
Yeah,
I was.
It was a good family breather.
No.
Yeah, if you got your kids there, they can enjoy this.
Yeah. And I think at this point, Dominic and JD are good
Yeah.
opponents because they
Yeah.
can do that sort of match and not look like even though he's the AAA champion,
It's fine.
whatever, right? Look, Dominic doesn't take he's not a guy that is supposed to be serious anyway.
Take out of it's out of continuity AAA, so Yeah. Or anyone he wanted. Yeah. So,
Yeah. But yeah, I was entertained by this match. I enjoyed it. I was like, yeah. I didn't care about the interference, or whatever. It seemed like it
kinda
wasn't
makes
going to be a
sense.
straight match
It's-
anyway.
it's-
So
It's got Judgment Day in it, so it's not going to be a straight up one-on-one match, is it? So yeah, it was good. It was entertaining. It was entertaining.
yeah,
We need this match. No,
Yeah.
didn't offend me.
it wasn't long,
Yeah.
which was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of went the length that it should have went.
Yeah.
Danhausen
Joe
got a
Henry
payday.
got payday as well, so that's a
Hey.
good thing. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. And when his song plays for some reason, I don't think it reverberated through the arena
Yeah.
like it was if it was enclosed.
It should have.
So he didn't get the pop that. Yeah. Because people couldn't hear it. It was more garbled.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
And they didn't set it up either.
Say his name. Man. No. Exactly.
'Cause
Yeah.
no one said his name.
The perfect opportunity missed. Yeah.
You know what? You know what would be funny if they knocked
Yeah.
the bag off and it fell on the floor, yeah. And it rolled it underneath somehow went underneath the ring apron or something, and they pull it out of the ring apron
Yes,
and then they
out of
open
the
it
bag,
up and
yeah,
Joe
like-
Henry just stands out of the bag.
What's this? That would be a lot better.
Like they did
exactly,
with Leo
yeah.
Rush, right?
Oh, I remember that was hilarious. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, no, a fine match.
Yeah.
Could you miss it? Yeah, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, but it's silly, so it's not it's not bad enough that you'd think, okay,
Yeah.
let's just fast forward it.
Take this time.
Okay, Intercontinental title match,
Settle
Penta versus
down.
Chad Gable.
Yeah. This match was great.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay,
I have a little quibble
yeah.
with it, but it's nothing.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense anyway, so it's not like stupid. But yeah, I really enjoyed. It was quite a technical match, you know. Obviously, because it's got Chad Gable in it. He's from Minnesota, so you know he had his whole.
Yeah. Yep. I think it was good. Like you say, a good technical match. And I'm glad that Chad Gable is actually getting the push now that he's decided he's not El Grande Americano. So they're giving him a good follow-up. I would have preferred maybe he win the Intercontinental title off Gunther way back over, but that's great. Kind of like, you know, they left that hanging for too long.
If that happened, we wouldn't have all the El Grande stuff. So,
yeah. That is true. Yeah. So it was fine, but you know what's funny is when he was under the mask and he was cussing the luchadors, and now he beats the luchador who does wear a mask. Like, all right. Did you absorb the power of their culture, know how they work, and then you decide that's how I defeat them by becoming
my
them?
enemy? Yeah. Like, that's the only thing. Like, if it's gonna sound like, if it was anyone else in the Intercontinental Champion, I'd be more happy with it. Because it's Penta, I like Penta. And I feel like they finally was on like a roll with Penta, and then this, unless they're using this to move Penta up slightly, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Unless they're gonna have Penta win that AAA title off Dominic. Well, I don't even know if they're going in that race. That's me picking pictures. There's no link to them anyways. But I don't see Penta again put in the other world title pictures at any point. Like, I don't see him winning the Money in the Bank or the Royal Rumble.
Like, I can see him winning a Money in the Bank rather than a Royal Rumble, if that makes sense, right? Unless they're going to do a WrestleMania in Mexico. I don't know, which I doubt they ever will. But
yeah. Well, they could, right?
It's
Mexomania. You never know.
So I think that AAA. I think El Grande is going to beat Dom for the mega title, which makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which is something that I don't expect that Ludwig Kaiser would be winning.
Yeah, sure.
But okay, fine. Yeah. You know, like they built him to the point where I see him as a viable contender, which is not something I would be expecting.
El Grande, yes. They're two different people.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, like again, I thought it was a really good like technical match. You know, if Penta won, I'd be like, that's cool. I'd be so surprised, like, oh, okay. But again, I did want Penta to win because Penta is Cero Mero, King of No Fear. But I just want to see what they do with Penta next. But besides that, I really enjoyed it. Could be probably the best wrestle match of the weekend.
Oh, damn! I forgot. I was gonna say. I actually forgot to mention something about the CM Punk Cody Rhodes match. The moonsault that wasn't a moonsault.
I think I missed that bit.
You know?
Wait, what? Yeah, I must.
Oh, did you? So CM Punk tried to do a moonsault, right? But you know when you know how do you do a top rope cross from the side? It looks like a crossbody. So he launched himself not like a backflip, but more of a
kind of like a Bam Bam Big Man moonsault.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he cheated it slightly, but then he rotated too far that way, and he missed Cody. Well, the way that from the angle that you see from the hard cam, he could have clipped the top of Cody's head with part of his body. You wouldn't know if he connected or not, right? And Cody kind of sold it, like, because he didn't roll out the way. I think he's probably expecting to get hit, right? So maybe he sold it like it just caught the top of his head. But anyways, regardless, I just thought, because we were talking about luchadors, I was like, CM Punk's moonsault. I don't know, at the age he's at, that's
fine.
Like, top rope elbows, fine, but moonsault, maybe a standing moonsault. But then if he was doing a moonsault standing on, he's doing it on a standing opponent, they would have to run to catch him. So even then, he does not need to pull off a moonsault at his age. You know,
you don't need to do that.
No. But this match was cool. It was like a mishmash of styles, because you got the technical style, and then you got the lucha libre style, which got grounded as well because Chad Gable was working on his.
But the only thing as well, Penta tapping, I don't know, I found that weird. I don't know why. Because, you know, zero fear and stuff like that. Giving up is, I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it is what
Yeah, but that's not...
Yeah, it's different.
That's pain, that's different, you know? He's not here, he doesn't fear anyone, right? Not that he fears pain either, but at some point pain becomes too much, so...
Yeah, you're right. No.
So I don't give him guff for that. I mean,
that's just me just being
it makes sense. It's not like, for example, someone saying I'll never tap out and then they start tapping out. So it's not. By the way, as well. Did your Netflix? Which band are you? Okay, so you don't get ads like the same ads I get. Or do you get the ad? You get the WWE ads, right? Yeah, but you don't get the ads for Nigel Benn versus Garcia.
No, but they showed that one of them because that's part of the TKO stuff, isn't it? So I think they showed one in the actual thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's the only. I was like, if I'm getting the tier with ads, and those are the ads.
Yeah, that was the only
and you're getting them as well. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Which is I kind of was expecting different other ads as well, but that's what happened last time as well, where they advertising WWE stuff. And then some other, I say TKO related events and stuff. But yeah, it's not like, for example, Conor Benn and Garcia going, I'm inside his head, it's gonna be a killer fight, blah blah blah. And then all they do is just basically trying to win by outpointing each other for 15 rounds, or 12 rounds nowadays. But yeah, it's like okay, anyways, on to the last. Yeah. Which, by the way, pre-build, like I was saying before, I wasn't having the highest estimation of. But it was a solid match.
It was a really good match.
Yeah,
I really.
Yeah, you're free to have a different opinion. Of me, from me. Yeah, but I was like, you know what? It's fine. This is the match we're gonna have at WrestleMania, and they just were like, We're just gonna whether you people want it or not.
I'll be honest, right? Again, I didn't like this match because I like both of the guys, but like their build to this match wasn't that great, if I'm honest, right? But then that's probably what it is.
That's probably okay. So that's why it didn't intrigue me to watch, because every time you say they've had 3 matches before and stuff like that, but I'm sure they like from their feuds before and everything like that, they reiterated the same stuff over and over again on mic, you know. So it's like, okay. Not saying you should need to get over it, right? But the core of your being is you got betrayed, or or he betrayed you, or whatever, right? And it's just like, okay. But I'm sure there's stuff from not like 14 years ago that you can use to. I'm always number one. You're always number two.
That's what they could bring up, right? Because it is the kind of case, isn't it? Like, you know, I'm the post. They want me to be the poster boy, but then you were the corporate. There's so much sort of stuff they could have put in that way. So which they kind of touch upon halfway through this build, but like I would say what saved this match was the story within the storytelling in the match. Yeah, because like all the references and stuff, which was pretty cool. They did swear a lot, which I thought was hilarious.
So all of a sudden things went silent, and not because they were advertising stuff, because that's when it goes silent. Also, there was a bit when Michael Cole was talking about something, and then all of a sudden it went blank, whatever, right, for a bit, and then he said, "And you're not going to go and buy that way," or whatever it was, So like they had the whole conversation. But and here as well, where they start swearing at each other, whatever they're going to say. Maybe they were talking about Mox and he's blacklisted or whatever. I'm just joking, but so they're like, we don't want to. That's why Mox went to AEW, and we can't say AEW here. We're not allowed to do that.
Like, I don't know. Like a lot of that stuff, I think people just doing their own propaganda about that, because if they really didn't want to mention Mox or even Dean Ambrose or whatever, they wouldn't. You know what I mean? And like they mentioned several times in this match, like by name, and then even
Well,
but even like during the build for this match, and actually before, Seth's called him Mox, and so has Roman called him Mox on TV. So it's like
and then they said that the third member of the Shield, and I'm like, oh, okay. But then they were talking about so they called it the Wacky Line. I'm like, come on, but there's so many better names.
They had a name before. It was like the Lunatic something. Why don't you say that?
The the Lunatic Lariat could work, or Maniac Lariat, whatever. But something like it's just come on. And then they did actually mention Dean Ambrose there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
'Cause-
But I found this match solid. No, and it's maybe because I'm for so long they've just been paired together to have matches. I'm like not necessarily sick of it, but I'm just like let's keep away from each other for a little bit. Even though, to be fair, they kept away from each other for quite a bit of time as well. It's just that, if Seth didn't injure himself, this would have been the WrestleMania match, and then, But as apparent, so from the finish of it, it looks like, oh yeah, this is the conclusion to our feud.
Yeah.
Where we shake hands and
Which I like
go
that.
on our separate ways. And put it all behind us until the next feud where they're like, you know what, I remember you betrayed me from X amount of years ago.
It will be probably when either one of them is retiring. Yeah, because it's sort of like full circle.
Well, at this point, I'm not knocking Roman because he's been part time.
Yeah,
at this point, it might be Roman that retires first because. Like first of all, he's getting his money from whatever, but we know that that cancer might pop up again or something like that.
He don't be wrestling.
He's got to make as much.
He's late 40s or 50s, so he's.
Seth,
different story. I reckon he'll wrestle until they tell him no. So yeah.
Well, until his knees give out. Right?
One or two,
Yeah.
So, but like, I did like it. Yeah.
I also think they decided to wrestle the length they did just to show up the match that the night before's main event, which was
like,
like okay, Brock will work Brock time, but we can work this time. We can actually work 3 times as long as him, roughly.
And still make it like the finish be like some extravagant thing, which I thought that was pretty. Like I did like all the like. Them doing each other's finishes and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And then doing Dean Ambrose's finishes as well.
What was the other? I did like.
So he got Seth in a guillotine choke, and then caught him and then gave him the Dirty Deeds or the
Paradigm Shift,
Paradigm Shift. Yeah. But what was the one that Seth gave?
The
Roman?
Wacky Lariat.
He gave him the wacky.
He gave him the Wacky Lariat. He went to
I
go
gave
for
him something else as well, but then I was like,
and then Roman got out of it and then set up to that. Yeah. But the one thing I did, which didn't annoy me, I was like, okay, it's just a powerbomb. We know when they put each other through the tables with the powerbombs, and commentary was like, the shield bomb was like, no, it's just a powerbomb. The shield bomb's in it, it's all 3 of them or 2 of them. Weird. Yeah.
And what I did find funny, but I'm going to allow it, was Seth got put through the first table, right? And then Roman tried to pick him up to give him a second one, and somehow it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna charge up use up all my super bar to re-energize, powerbomb him, and then just be like.
But you know what's funny? When you watch that powerbomb again, right? So Roman's through the table, and as he's falling off, he hits the chair falls over, and he hits his nut on the chair. Like he go, oh, right. That's just bad timing.
I think they should have played that up because they did get him back in at about 9 count, so he could have just sold that a bit more. Like, I almost couldn't wait it because of an accident. And it's good if they incorporate random stuff like that by happenstance into the match. I think I told you before, but when I was watching the Lucha Britannica event and Callum was playing, which character was he playing? I can't remember the character he was playing. Lucha Britannica or something like that. I can't remember. And he did a moonsault out the ring, and he clipped his feet onto the scaffolding, and it made that horrible sound, like that hollow metal sound. Yeah, like he broke something. Yeah, so he started selling his ankle. Yeah, in the match. But it wasn't part of the match though, as in there was no setup for it. But he sold it as part of the match, and people within the match were asking him, was he okay? Because that's how much of a reverberating sound that the contact made. Yeah. And then when I saw him outside, where he didn't have his mask on, but he had the robe and whatever, just because he was taking a break, like it was break time. It was like it was that break, the intermission time. Yeah. And he was like standing on it, and it was absolutely fine. I was like, I asked one of the other guys, I was like, oh, is he okay? Because that didn't look good.
Just selling.
And he goes, oh no, he's just selling. It's all good. Yeah. So when stuff like that's happened, like it's good
Yeah.
on the fly. Usually people just try to keep on track of the match, but sometimes you're on the fly. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
it adds a bit more flavor.
So that's what I'll say about that's funny. And I did like where there's a point as well when Roman gave Seth a Superman punch and he he tanked it and then walked into the ropes. I was like, right, and then he gave him like I think he gave him a ripcord knee. He gave him a knee or something. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. No sending a Superman punch.
Yeah.
No, just
not the Kingslayer knee. Well, see, the Kingslayer knee and the ripcord knee. Well, the rain trigger are two separate moves because the ripcord knee that Seth Rollins does is not finisher worthy.
It's a weird moment. Yeah. Too much setup for that move. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there was also a bit that I found strange where, Seth Rollins went to do a stomp on Roman.
Yeah.
And he missed it, kind of. But then he just rolled back in the corner and gave him another one. And he was going for the second rope run, and I was like, hold on a second. Did Roman one of the guys just miss forget what the spot was?
I think it was like Roman thought he narrowly avoided one, and Roman's like, haha, but I'll get you another one.
Yeah. But he ran in. See, that's the thing. Yeah. He ran to the same corner and gave him. If he ran back from where he missed it, and then gave him another one, I'd be like, oh yeah, he thought he got away, and then it looks like this is the next spot. But you don't know, because he ran back to the. He's like, oh, I'm going to circle back right over there.
Yeah.
I was like,
weird, but like it's good. But then when you're putting it that way, like that is kind of a weird thing to do. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to think what else was there.
Yeah. There was the pedigree, and then there was also the spear reversal on the pedigree, which I think he's kind of Seth Rollins. The first time he did it years ago was great. Yeah, even though honestly it's not sloppy, but that the timing needs to be really good on that to make it look good. And I don't mind that it looks half decent. You know what it's meant to look like. So he did that spot. They did that spot again. There was that. There was
Seth hitting Roman with a couple of spears, which was good.
Yeah.
CM Punk spears, so that's.
I don't mind when other people do other people's finishes and they don't get a kick out.
Because because in my head, I think we spoke about this before. We kind of like self-canon that like if someone else does your finisher, because they're not the master of that move, they can't perfect it the way. Yeah, so that's why I buy it. So I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah. They haven't used the in and outs of it, or whatever you want to. As we pretend in the kayfabe logic of wrestling, because. As we also know, you never headbutt us for a moment, but there's nothing. It
doesn't make any
biology. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when John Cena, before he was White Rapper John Cena, he punched Rikushi's butt, and Rikushi's butt was nearly broke John Cena's hand. Yeah. So okay, fine. Comedy stuff is fine, but when you apply the logic of that as well,
that doesn't work. All right, sure. Oh, hilarious. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Like I thought it was a solid match. You thought it's better than my ranking, so maybe I'll give it another shot to watch.
So I feel like,
and maybe give it a fair grade. But I have to put. I say I'll put my prejudice to the side of the amount of times even if you. I feel like they've wrestled more than 3 times.
No more than 5. 1-on-1 3 times.
1-on-1 3 times, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It just seems they've been feuding for so long.
Yeah.
Not continuously. But yeah.
Technically. So it's a one when. Well, I don't count the cash in of WrestleMania 31. Don't count that because that was a cash in at the triple threat match. And then they wrestled. I want to say Money in the Bank. It's after Seth came back from his injury and Roman was champion. They wrestled at Money in the Bank, and then that's when he beat Roman because Roman went for the spear and he pedigreed him. He pinned him with that, and then Dean cashed in the title straight after that, so Dean became champion. And then there's WrestleMania Royal Rumble 2022, 2021 when Seth won because Roman got in his feels and started hitting him with the chair and he got disqualified. So Seth won that. So yeah, that's the one I remember.
Yeah, I'm sure they had some Raw matches as well. But anyways, we don't worry about that. We don't worry about that. Maybe house show matches as well. That ups the thing.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it. Yeah. Off the top of your head, because it's hard to. But it feels like they just run back the feud every couple of years. Well, hopefully, I think not. Hopefully, I was the end of the feud, but this is them being like, okay, we've taken all our anger out on each other.
I feel like this is it. What feud wise?
That's what they meant.
Close the circle, wasn't it?
See, when they were going to WrestleMania to build, and that's where they want to have the build for this match. The first time, like when it was going there, I could have got this. Could have been the end point for there, because that would have made sense. Because not only Seth would have came in as champion, I remember like, I take your title, I take your dignity, and then as a man, or whatever it is, I took your hand, and we're bros now after this point,
But it makes sense. Makes sense that happens. Yeah. So I was got, and I did like the ending where they kind of like you said, kind of like me and you with like the circle was sort of closed, and put it there, little brother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Roman rubbing it in one last time, but he didn't really do that. So we'll see how other things shape up as well as we're going along. No predictions for SummerSlam because it probably is a bit too far, but what we do know is that CM Punk and Kevin Owens will feud at some point. And
no, that's it.
Do we know anything else?
At some point, the interim women champion will face Rhea if that happens. Yeah, and that's only really it. Really, isn't it?
Yeah. But Yeah. All right, fine. And El Grande probably having a match with Dominic.
That's literally. Other than that,
Other than that,
there's nothing really, which is kind of a good thing because it's like it's not predictable in a way. Like, okay.
Well, if they booked it as their season finale for now, and then they set up for the next, I say the next section of feuds for their next. Their
next whatever
events. Yeah. I'm kind of sad that they did not have the Jessica Carr Becky match that they were kind of building to, but then not. They just kind of left it, and now Liv Morgan's the one that's given Jessica Carr grief. So
we'll see where that goes. That goes anywhere.
Yeah. And what do you think of? So now Liv Morgan's theme song is part of her actual theme with her song that she Trouble song. So,
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna slowly come around to that song, reluctantly. Yeah.
Speaking of Trouble, have you seen the videos of EC3?
I'm worried.
Yeah. So he was coming to his theme song Trouble, right? But then he's walking like he's in a daze, and they're saying he's got roid gut and stuff like that, which is not I'm like, that's fine, but this man looks like he's on some sort of painkiller, drugs or whatever. He's walking out. The way he's walking, it's like, it's like he's in a physically something is wrong with the signals that his mind is sending his legs. So who knows exactly what it is? Like you say, he could either be in pain, he could be taking some sort of medication, or he could be super high on drugs. And I'm like, that. Yeah, but if I was supposed to wrestle that guy,
I'll get myself DQ'd or I'll just roll out the ring and count it out.
Yeah. Get myself counted out. Either that, or if I'm at that level of experience, I can wrestle myself. And he's like EC3's a blow up doll.
It's sad to see him fall that way.
But I would not. A guy looking like that, I would be like, in that state, I'll be like, this is not going to be safe. If it's a multi-man match, we just keep him out of certain spots.
Sting, Jeff Hardy him, just like full body pin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So that's our review of SummerSlam 2026. Would you say if it was a single match card, would it be better? You know what? Each card was about 3 hours long, right? Yeah. I think back in the old days, they could have done this as 12-match card in 4 hours.
I think if that's the case, a lot of this would be cut to shite. You know what I mean?
I reckon they would have lost about 2 matches and still been fine.
But, I don't know. I kind of, at this point, with things like this, I prefer if it's split into 2 days and it's shorter rather than like one huge 7-hour event. And you're like, oh, why are you still doing this?
Yeah. No, that's true. But then again, without the ad breaks or whatever it is, does it need to be 3 hours, 6 hours combined total or whatever?
Like I was saying to I was talking to a friend at work about this today. Like, I like AEW. I love AEW. I think it's great. But their pay-per-views for me are troll.
So, and you're saying that, by the way, and you're going to All In, which is going to start at 4:30, 4 o'clock, right?
Stupid. That's different in a way, right? Because you're there, so it's like, oh yeah, cool. Like you're soaking up the atmosphere and everything. But like, I find it if I'm watching an AEW event at home, by the main event, I'm done.
Yeah.
My attention span is gone.
I will say as well, depending on how long the pay-per-view lasts, I think 4 hours, 4 hours and a bit, maybe, depending on the how long the final match is going to be. But you want to be coming up to around 3 hours 30 by the time the main event is starting, or depending on But I don't think over 4 hours. Around 4 hours is probably the best way to go. I wonder as well, when they're talking to their pay-per-view, what's it called, broadcasters, and they're like, you know what, our event, I think it might be 6 hours. I don't know. It could be 4 hours. They have to have a definitive time to tell them this is how long the broadcast is going to be. So,
besides that, so I don't mind. It's even the same with I think New Japan might suffer worse. Like Wrestle Kingdom, and they're like 20 hours long. You're like, oh, okay, this is just whatever now,
It's true. I was gonna say, but then New Japan's always quality, but then sometimes it is not.
Sometimes too much quality is bad.
and sometimes matches are long for the sake of being long rather than epic.
Because that's.
Shota and Zack Sabre Jr. being prime example, but that's not their fault because who got injured? The junior heavyweight guy.
Their
match got cut short
Doki,
because
I think even that's like 2 years ago. So it's that sort of stuff. Like, that's why I don't mind. Like, for example, even though the match was kind of meh, like on this card, the Danhausen. Don Max. It's kind of like a sort of breather room. Like, okay, I can kind of like come down now and just relax rather than being like overstimulated with like Pac versus who's someone awesome in AEW. Alright, this is a random example. Well, I used to watch Pac versus Ricochet. The next you got the main event, Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Something. I mean, that's like my brain can't handle this. This is like too much. But.
I do. And speaking of people can kick out finishes, I do expect like V triggers. People can kick out, then that's fine. But I feel like there's going to be too many hidden blades, which is exactly what happened in the match prior with Swerve as well. Like, I don't need to see 9 hidden blades in one match. And a box shot hidden blade at that as well, and then a reverse hidden blade.
For some reason, I'm not really looking forward to that pay-per-view, but it's gonna be what it is.
But you never know. Being there in person, you might buy into stuff. I was just speaking to one of my friends earlier, and I was like, 10 years ago, the hidden blade was causes concussions.
It's like the cutter. I mean, like,
and even a top rope cutter can't get people nowadays. So it's like. By some people. And Randy Orton, it'd be the Apocalypse. Well, no. Here's the thing, right? So they do the jumping cutter and the top rope cutter, and those people haven't mastered it, right? So they get the kick out. Randy Orton has mastered a jumping cutter, but DDP does it from a static position. If he does a jumping cutter from the top rope, that's it, man. You might as well just send yourself to the hospital.
Ends,
Yeah. All right. So that's us finishing the review of SummerSlam Night 1 and 2. First of all, can you grade the night set separately?
I would give Night 1 3.5 out of 5 because I did enjoy it. But I would give Night 2 4.5 out of 5. Yeah. What about you? Or 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for both of them, you just combine your grade
like
and middle it out, yeah?
Yeah.
So you say 4 out of 5 in total, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably give, I'd say maybe 3.5 in total. Though if you pick all the better matches and put them together as one strong card, it'd probably get a 4.
Okay. See, we're kind of close, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's not like in the AEW pay-per-view where you have something for everything, but there's enough to be entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah. and a decent amount of variety.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, signing off now.
Review of SummerSlam. Don't forget if you follow us on our social media stuff, which is on top of the screen. So that's our Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say. So Raquel Rodriguez won the Women's Intercontinental title off Soruka a couple of weeks ago. How do you feel about that? Big Mummy Cool finally getting her her props.
Finally done something with her. At the expense of Soruka, is what it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I
I like Soruka. But...
Well, realistically speaking, like heel Raquel Rodriguez couldn't really win the title off Becky. So unless Jessica can't beat Becky for the title and they get squashed by, you know.
So yes, I'm happy because like again, I feel like I like Soruka and I think she's really good at NXT, but because NXT's sound really bad, tape and stuff, you can kind of mask the thing, and I think she just needs to polish up a bit, and she'll be great. Yeah. So let's bring out Zarya because Zarya is awesome. Yes.
Yeah. Which is funny for Zarya. I know I'm interrupting you again, but it's funny for Zarya when she got in, where it was Julia coming in, and then Stephanie Baker coming in, and then Zarya also coming, but she got lost in the shuffle.
Zarya now, so I'm quite happy. Yeah. So follow us.
And then, sorry. All right, this is the prologue, and the Motor City Machine Guns finally making an appearance at AEW
2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And there were people who were comparing the pops, where when they came into WWE with their machine gun theme music, and they kind of like didn't really get any cheer, and then when they come to AEW on Collision, all of people jumping off their seats and stuff like that. So yeah. I'm like, good on you guys. You're gonna get your good payday, and eventually you would say, hopefully they'll win the AEW tag titles at some point. Not. I'm not saying anytime soon, but I'm saying because then they'll be like the first tag team to win TNA Gold, Ring of Honor Gold, New Japan Gold. I know it's like the strong titles or the junior heavy titles, but not the. But then WWE and AEW titles.
I want that to happen, but I feel like they ain't gonna win the AEW tag team.
I suspect. This is me. Right. When they signed with WWE, they were like, okay, we get a title reign, right? At some point.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? And WWE like, oh yeah, we just give you the title reign, and then rest of the time we don't need to do anything. We've fulfilled our contractual obligations to you.
So,
So I'm sure they probably have the power to negotiate, saying we'd like a title reign at some point before our contract expires.
But you know what it is, right? It's gonna sound really bad.
You're going to say Kofi and Creed are going to come in, and they've got more power to do that.
And you still got the Young Bucks. You know what I mean? It's so many.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to sound really bad. They might win the Ring of Honor titles, tag titles, because who cares about Ring of Honor?
Yeah. Yeah, but doesn't mean they can't just universe hop.
That's the thing with AEW and Ring of Honor, which is so stupid in my opinion, right? You got
Yeah.
Christian Blake is a prime example. Yeah, on Ring of Honor, he's doing great, right? He was like #1 contender for the world title and that stuff. Then he then he comes officially All Elite, and there's a few matches on AEW, and he's like getting jobbed out. So it's like, come on, like make it.
Yeah, but now Nick Wayne is also number one contender for the Ring of Honor heavyweight title. So
in AEW for like last year and a half.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying there. He could be the youngest world title holder ever.
I mean, that's not bad. Like, that's why I feel like they need to like hard split AEW and Ring of Honor, because it's just like it's I don't know, it's stupid. But hey,
right.
That's me.
But yes, but you're happy that you're going to see your boy Adam Copeland and my boy Christian Cage live at Wembley versus the Young Bucks.
I'm quite happy for it.
Yeah, but you don't think that's going to be a multi-man title match? You just think that's going to be a straight one-on tag team
unless they want to do the whole, hey, we have something to show. Wait, they could do basically WrestleMania 33 and Hardy come back. It's like they'll do something like, some tag teams will come and say, yeah, you know, we're hosts of AEW, All In, whatever, and we're gonna put another people in the match, and you think it's gonna be them, and then the music comes on. And it'll be Daybreak, which I'm guessing new name might be, and they're gonna come out, and but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We will see, Millhouse.
Could just be they called themselves Kofi and Well, I think Austin Creed will just he's trademarked Austin Creed. So
Kofi.
And Kofi's actual name is first name is Kofi, so they can't really stop him saying that anyway. And with Eddie Kingston there, they're not going to say they're brothers and do the Dudley gimmick. So they probably have Kofi just be called Kofi for the simplicity of it. Though they've got Christian Cage and Brian Cage.
But I think people don't bat eyelids to that stuff anymore.
And people don't think they're related.
You know, you're smart wrestling fans. So,
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Daybreak. But we'll see. Yeah.
All right. And I'm not going to bet against you, by the way. That's what the title of their team might be called, because it's just like, okay, why? Like, I don't see why not.
It's close to it's close to New Day, and it's close to, like, a reference to. I think when their finish was called Daybreak at one point. So so it's like, you know, and I think, have you seen their video they released the other day of them being free agents? Basically, it's these two unicorns in a circus. And then they got these golden chains around them. Then the chains break, so they bolt out out of the circus, WWE. And then they're going past one like stable, and you see another unicorn with a broken horn. Obviously, he's a bit BE, right? And you see him look at him, and then they sort of nod at him, and he nods at them back, and they bolt out. And then you see the outside world, and you see Kofi and animated version of them two walking away. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah. If you find it. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
I'll check it out. I'll find it. Because I'm glad that they will get. Like, Kofi's coming up a couple, 48 or something like that. So if he gets his final run with a good payday, good for him. You know,
after all he's done.
Yeah. So exactly. Some people you're like, why? And then other people you're like, you know what? Yeah, get your feuds in, get your big money in. And then I say check out, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
While you still can.
Get the bag, as the kids would say, and then check out, you know?
Yeah. So, because I was expecting, I thought they were going to do a Wembley.
I think I might appear at Wembley, but...
There'll be Cope and Cage, Young Bucks, FTR, Mostly Machine Guns, Daybreak in a 5-way ladder match or some craziness like that. But they'll probably save that for All Out.
They got to do something for All Out, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the forgotten child now.
All right, cool. For actual sign up, I will not interrupt you anymore.
So, give us a like, share, subscribe on the Instagram, not Instagram and Twitter, on YouTube, and until next time, guys. I have been the man who has finally laid to rest his demons of a betrayal that happened 12 years ago, Carl Charles.
And I'm the man who did not want to get power bombed onto the exposed ring wood.
And thank you for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Bye.
Right.